What's going on, y'all? Welcome to episode 4 of building the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 Hoth in LEGO. Last episode, we covered the entrance to Echo Base and the shield generator, which I thought turned out great. And today we're going to be doing more of the same with the mountains and command station. I have some sort of idea on how I want to do the command station, but as for the mountains, it's just going to be kind of randomized like before. And after this episode, we're almost finished, so make sure to subscribe so you see how it all turns out. Brickwall Chicago is getting closer and closer as I speak, so without wasting any more time, let's get started. Just starting on this command post, I'm kind of using the same idea that I did for Echo Base, where I'm just kind of using some studs to connect it, which did kind of throw me off for a bit, but I managed to get it done. So the only part I'm worried about here is just doing this back part where it's covered by the hills, so I should hopefully be able to get that done. I'm also just going to be focusing on building the base for now and then building the hills around it, just so I can get like some snow piled on top, maybe. Kind of have the start of the turrets right here at the other end, and then this part right here. I'll probably make this one like a destroyed one because the turrets and the other ones, like the dish turrets, those can get destroyed in the game. So I'll probably have this one be destroyed. And then I have the middle section. I'm kind of doing the same thing that I did with the shield generators over here, just using those hinge pieces. And I'm gonna try to use some slope pieces and also use some more hinge pieces just so I can get like the bottom filled in. And then I am gonna use a pretty good design that I found on Rubricable for these turrets right here. And then I'm already started to work on the top portion right here, again using the same kind of technique I did for the shield generator. It's like that looks almost identical, so that'll probably be like around there. So this is coming together like a lot faster than I thought, which is good because I'm really short on time. And then probably have like some stairs on the other end, and I may not be able to fit the other side of the stairs on this side, but I'm not too worried about because like we're gonna be looking at it from here, so I'm not too worried about that. And then I may end up having to change the command post, like the little, like this is just a prototype. I don't think I'm gonna use this, but normally in the game it's inside. I may have to move it to where it's outside just so you can actually see it, but everything's coming along pretty well so far. So this is kind of how the turret turned out. So I need to add like a 1x2 curved slope right there just to fill in those gaps. I kind of wanted it to like curve right here a bit more, like going down, but it's kind of doing it, but not much. I might find a way to do that. But this is kind of how they're gonna turn out. So I want this one to be like a fully complete one, and I'm debating on which of the two to make a destroyed one. Might do that one, and this one could be like a regular one. And then I'm also working on the dish turrets right now, and I'm just trying to find a way to like attach this to a base. This is what I have after about maybe 2 hours of working. Got the staircase added on, and I kind of had to take apart this hill just because it was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So originally I was going to use one of these curved pieces and just angle it, but I couldn't get it attached the right way, so I just used some of the smaller versions and added like a little straight area right there, and I think it turned out pretty well. There's enough room in there for the command post. I actually built one over here. We also have some of the gonk droids and the medical droids. So let me see if it is able to fit in there. So it can fit, but it's like, you'd have to like really crouch down to see it. So I still may just end up putting it like up front. But yeah, I think it's turning out really well. Just gotta keep working at it. Got little amount of time left. So I was taking a break from this base, and as you can see, I've added the medical droid and the gonk droid, but I came up with this dish turret. Honestly, this was like thrown together really fast. I've kind of planned out the actual dish part, but like to get it attached, that was done in like maybe 10 minutes. And I'm trying not to just like build stuff just because of how much little time I have left. But I'm actually like pretty impressed with this. The back might need like a little work, but I'm satisfied with this for now. Like I said, with Echo Base, I may change some things later if I end up going to Virginia, which is in August, I believe. So we'll have a little more time for that. But this is probably just gonna go right here. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah, that'll just go right there. Maybe some, not much room for a figure behind it. And then the other one's gonna probably be on this side. So now I'm just gonna make another one of these. So right now I'm just kind of like reinforcing this, making it look a little sturdy. Still gotta fill in this bottom section right here, probably some curved plates. So yeah, I'm just tiling it off or using some plates, making everything even. So now I can start adding the details back on, and hopefully it'll be a lot more sturdy. Just added some slopes to the bottom, and now this thing is like pretty sturdy. It's not gonna break on me. So that's really good. I can probably add the top now and then start working on the sides to it. I am unfortunately gonna have to not include the stairs on this side just because there's no room left over like on this side. And this is a lot bigger than I thought, because if not, the turrets would be really close together and the middle section would look just kind of weird. So I think this is like the smallest that I can end up making it. And I think it's actually looks pretty good with the top on. And here's what it's gonna look like with a figure in it. I did have to add some bricks on here just because if not, it would be at like foot level, and there just won't be like the little ledge that they can perch their guns on. And I think it looks really good. So I think I am gonna end up putting this command post inside the command station. So this should just be able to fit right there. The roof should be tall enough on it. And I just think I want this to be as accurate as I can make it. So I'm just gonna put this on the inside. Right now I'm mainly just working on the interior for this. And so I just made these two little like stations or control consoles. So these are gonna go on either side right here. And then I'm gonna make the entrance that kind of goes like behind the whole map, and it also connects the Echo Base. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have the time to kind of like actually connect them. I have seen a couple comments kind of recommending that I do like some back area, like showing the interior. I wish I could. I do not have the time for it, because Brickroll is in like 3 days, and I'm already stressed out as it is, because I feel like that there's not much left to do. It's just this, mountains, and just building stuff with instructions. But I'm just waiting for something to come up that's gonna be like, oh, that's taking like another day. So I'm just gonna keep pushing through, and I'm confident that I'll finish. Just had to do something which I did not want to do. That was take some pieces from sets, which I'm just at the point where I don't really care anymore. I'll put it back when I'm done, but yeah. Here we have basically the finished command post. Again, this end is kind of like cut off. I might need to fill in this area just a little bit more, probably put some filler right there just to make it more secure. But I think it turned out really well. I actually didn't have that much trouble when finding like the angle. I just put these hinge pieces on and it attaches pretty securely. And we got, this doorway is a little thin, but I'm not that worried about it. It's a pretty decent size. If I was to change anything, I'd probably try and make these like movable, but they're just kind of fixed in a straight position. So I might try to figure out something like that to do that later. But yeah, I'm just gonna get this placed in and then start working on the hills around it. And speaking of the hills, I did have to kind of cut down some of the front of this one next to the command station, which honestly is gonna be fine because that leaves more room for like troops and stuff like that. So I'll probably just do the same way I did this, just kind of slowly do like a snot technique and do that. And the top should just be similar to this and just gradually lead down to the command station. And the most tricky part that I'm kind of worried about is doing, or just filling around like the stair area. So I'll try to figure out how to do that. Probably just similar how I did this and this with Echo Base. It's currently Friday night and I leave Tuesday morning. So I was kind of freaking out and I was kind of making like a day-by-day schedule of what to do. I'm gonna try and build the AT-AT tomorrow, but I should be able to finish this tomorrow and everything else. My only worry is that I'm gonna be running out of these 2x4 bricks. I just got in 100 of them and I already used like way more than half. So I was kind of like basically covering this as like kind of filler and then gonna go over it more like this. But yeah, I'm pretty confident now that I have that done, so I should be able to finish it, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. I am deciding to just completely scrap this kind of hill right here. I've already kind of flattened it out, so I'm just gonna be continuing this terrain all the way to the end, and then it'll just kind of look a little bit cleaner and blend easier with the shield generator. I'm just finished this hill section. I like this area right here, but I'm not a huge fan of this part right here. It's just the top. It just looks way too flat. As you can see, I was just kind of like trying to put some more plates on there so I can make it a little bit more rounded. But I did have an idea as to where this could be like a platform where I could have like Luke and Vader fighting each other. I was just kind of running out of pieces, but I may just have to try and take this off and redo it. Another cool thing is that these two turrets, I added the third one, which is kind of like exploding, and I just added some parts that look like it was like from it. So we have like the little blaster section right there, and just more like slopes, and this is supposed to be like the top of it, because I tried putting one of these dish pieces on there, but it was just too big and it weighed down the spring-loaded missile. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. Shout out to Firebird Bricks. He kind of like gave me some tips on how to do this. But I think it looks awesome, and I have another one somewhere. That'll probably go somewhere else, maybe over here around the shield generator. Working on this last part here, just kind of doing more of the same right here, just kind of continuing it over here and just connecting them with some snot bricks, and I'm gonna kind of like overlay this on the top, similar to how I did it over here. And I'm kind of started at the bottom. I'm running out of pieces and I'm kind of freaking out because I gotta leave like tomorrow. So I'm just gonna keep working on this. I'll probably try and get some more pieces, but I'm just gonna keep working. Just got back from a shop, got a whole bunch of slopes and filler brick and all that. So I can hopefully get this done because I started to run out of pieces. But this is how it's kind of turning out so far. It's looking pretty good. I'm just kind of randomly doing it, just so much of this, and it really kind of like merges really well. You can barely tell the difference aside from up here. But yeah, I just got a little left, and then I am gonna have to do this section over here at the convention because I do not have the parts. So big shout out to Life Bricks because he's gonna actually be there and bring me my order. So that's gonna like save me. But so it's just this and that, and then just placing everything, and that is basically it. It's practically done. Here we have the finished command post and the mountains next to it. I'm gonna probably end up changing this just because it looks way too flat. We also have exploding turrets, some regular ones, and then another explosion next to the shield generator. Got some of the command posts under Echo Base and inside the station, with another one over here with some dish turrets and medical droids and gonk droids, which are at each station as well. So I'm leaving tomorrow for Brickworld. I'm gonna start packing this up. Got a lot of pieces to bring just so I can finish this section here. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss how this all turns out in the next couple days. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.